The jungle never slept, but that night it screamed. Trees shook without wind, and the moon vanished behind a veil of smoke. Deep in the restricted zone of Isla Rojo, something ancient had awakened. Not bred in nature, but built in silence, Atrociraptor was designed to obey. It chose not to. Now the research team is missing. The trackers are offline, and a storm is coming. Dr. Lena Marquez knows what hunts them because she helped create it. But the beast remembers her scent, and it's not hunting for food. It's hunting for revenge, and it never leaves a trail. The jungle never slept, but that night it screamed. Trees shook without wind, and the moon vanished behind a veil of smoke. Deep in the restricted zone of Isla Rojo, something ancient had awakened. Not bred in nature, but built in silence, Atrociraptor was designed to obey. It chose not to. Now the research team is missing. The trackers are offline, and a storm is coming. Dr. Lena Marquez knows what hunts them because she helped create it. But the beast remembers her scent, and it's not hunting for food. Lena moved through the ruins with Sergeant Cole and 2 remaining operatives. Rain began falling, slow at first, then heavy. The path ahead grew slick, and the trees too quiet. Birds were gone. No insects. Even the frogs were silent. They reached the entrance of Lab 4. The door was bent inward. Something had forced its way in. Inside were claw marks. Deep, clean, designed. This was not hunger. This was purpose. In the main lab, shattered glass crunched beneath their boots. Lights flickered. Screens displayed static. A single file sat on the table. Printed. Marked top secret. Lena opened it. Inside were blueprints. Genetic sequences. Behavioral algorithms. Atrociraptor was not just engineered. It was programmed, taught, shaped, turned into a weapon. Sergeant Cole scanned the room. He found a body in the corner. Torn, not eaten, just broken. Something had played with him, like a message. Suddenly their comms went dead. A high-pitched screech echoed through the walls. Then silence. One of the operatives moved toward the back hall. A shadow darted past. He shouted, fired. The lights went out. Gunfire. Screams. Darkness. She reached the old observation tower. It still stood, though barely. Lightning split the sky. The jungle below twisted in chaos. Lena secured the door and accessed emergency power. Screens lit up. Motion trackers activated. One by one dots began to appear. Moving fast. Circling. Hunting. One dot in the center. Not moving. Waiting. She knew that the Atrociraptor. She remembered its birth. How it responded to voice commands. How its eyes followed her every move. How once it had refused to attack when ordered. Not out of fear. Out of calculation. It was always learning. The tower shook. A shape slammed against the outer wall. Lena grabbed the tranquilizer rifle. Only one shot. It had to count. The beast crashed through the window. She fired. Missed. It pounced. Claws slashed. She rolled. Blood dripped from her arm. It stood between her and the door. Then it paused. Sniffed. Its eyes locked on hers. Recognition. Memory. She whispered its name. Beta. The beast froze. Rain poured through the broken ceiling. The Atrociraptor tilted its head, breathing heavy. It did not strike. It circled. Lena stepped back. Slow. Careful. She opened a case near the wall. Inside was a data core. Its original imprint. Its training base. She held it out. You remember this. The Atrociraptor hissed, but did not move. She slid the core into the console. Lights glowed. The tower systems recognized the signal. A voice playback started. Her voice, from years ago, giving it commands, praising it, teaching it. It listened. Footsteps below. Sergeant Cole. He was alive. Barely. He aimed his weapon. Don't, Lena said. Too late. He fired. The Atrociraptor leapt. Not at her. At Cole. One strike. Silence. It turned back to her. Waiting. Lena shut down the emergency power. The jungle darkened. Only the red glow of the console remained. She approached the beast. It let her. You're not just a weapon, she said. The Atrociraptor blinked. She placed a hand on its snout. It exhaled, then turned, walked into the night. She did not follow. Some things were made to be caged. Others were made to remind us why we build cages in the first place. She activated the beacon. Rescue was coming. But the real question remained. What happens when the next one remembers too? It's hunting for revenge, and it never leaves a trail.